first is Justin Paulsen. I am very proud to call this young man a bearded brother. The only difference is my beard was grown from necessity, his was grown because he lived in his mother's basement. Everybody give it up for Justin.
Hey, this is my grandma's basement, you asshole. Give it up for Scary Jerry. That guy his beard looks like it eats beards like mine for breakfast. Like, you can find me and Jerry out back chopping wood later. No big deal. Keeping flannel companies in business. The three of us are gonna start a ZZ Top cover band. If Jake can grow a mustache. So, let's see how that goes. The comedy thing doesn't work out. Mason City, main event, February 11th, we made it. Everybody make some noise for yourselves. You see what I just did there? Yeah, you did you? This microphone can make you do weird things that you maybe wouldn't do in normal everyday situations. I'm some guy who just got up here and said make some noise and none of you hesitated, like at all. Imagine like a normal everyday situation like Saturday night, kind of like tonight. Go out to dinner at a new restaurant you haven't tried. Maybe put on a nice shirt, get together with your friends. Get your table. Waiter comes up and he's like, hey guys, I want to tell you about our specials tonight, but first I need you to make some fucking noise! Yeah, like 4 of you, because that shit's super weird. It's not gonna happen in normal everyday situations, it just doesn't work. But somehow, me on stage, I can make you do weird stuff. Someone that could make you do weirder stuff with a microphone than a comedian is like the singer in a rock band. I don't know how many rock heavy metal fans do we have in the room tonight, looks like a bunch, but I personally, like, you go there and that dude's got you jumping up and down and running in circles, and I've personally seen a singer make a crowd split and fucking run into each other because he fucking said so. That was it. That was the whole thing. Like, no one questioned it. And then you walk out of a rock concert and you find your buddy, you're sweating. Like, fucking, I played that one song. It's fucking awesome. But you're not mad about it. So, like, why isn't that used for, like, recreational, like exercise and losing weight? Like, there's the fucking Zumba thing, you know? Everybody likes to dance, but, like, how about, like, a YMCA yoga studio with, like, a full band and, like, 10 dudes that fucking look like me stretching out, you know? Like, fucking they hit that first note. It's like, what's up, Tuesday, Thursday evening class? Want everybody doing jumping jacks on this next song? 3 sets of 10, let's go! It's like, it's working. We're losing the pounds. Pretty fucking awesome, but... On the other end of the spectrum, there's one type of microphone that doesn't carry the power other microphones carry. I grew up in the 90s. Any 90s kids in here? There's a few. I know a few friends. There's when I was a kid, and even before that, so this joke will work. You go to a fast food restaurant and tell them what you want, and fucking punch it in on the computer, and you move to the left, and you get your fucking cheeseburger. But back in the day, they had that fucking microphone that they would talk to the guy in the back to tell them exactly what the fuck you wanted in front of the whole goddamn restaurant. And there's still one place in Mason City that keeps that fucking thing. Anybody? Anybody? Taco fucking Tico. That place is like a throwback to not that long ago. It's like technology started to get good and they're like, fuck it, we're stopping right here. Like, there's a fucking jukebox in there. Which, like, now that's what I call music 1. And, like, your buddies are like, hey, you want to get tacos? And you're like, yeah, bring some fucking quarters, though, because I'm playing 3 Doors Down's whole first CD until we get there, and shit's happening. But the point I'm making is you get up there to order, and they're like, no computers, they're writing your order on what looks like a fucking 80s bowling scorecard. You start, you know, 2 tacos, burrito, enchilada. Fucking guys ordered a lot of shit. Does that complete your order, sir? Oh yeah, that'll be all I need. Make some fucking noise! No, that's the exception to the rule. Alright, so, see a lot of couples in the crowd tonight. They make some noise for love, you know? Being in love and having someone to come to something like this. So I'm gonna take a drink of my beer and slow down a little bit. But I'm married. The fuck's that funny for? It's true, she's here. I'll fucking prove it after the show. I swear to God I will. But, no, it's really cool. Like, Because my wife was really cool, like really smart and good looking, like after years of crushing rejection and loneliness, I didn't have to settle for like some super weird gross chick. And I was like, oh, there's somebody for everybody, and I guess this was just the one for me. But no, like she's way out of my league. And she's 5 years younger than me, but she's way more focused in life. Like she's got a degree and a fucking career. And I'm just trying to make people laughing at me like a positive thing for the first time in my life. But like I said, she's college educated, very smart, but sometimes she'll say shit without thought being part of it, like at all, like no thinking whatsoever. Like, and if she would just take a minute and let her brain catch up with her mouth, then things would be okay. But she doesn't. Like, for example, we were watching football. We're Vikings fans. Anybody? Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll try. No need to talk about that. But we were watching them play the Browns one time, and we were sitting on the couch, and she's like, Justin, where are the Browns from again? Cleveland. She was, Massachusetts? No, not at all. Like, that's not even the right fucking time zone. Like, you saw Cleveland, Mass, New England's shining star. It's like, but this is the kind of shit I deal with, you know, and she wonders why all my material is mostly about her. But we've been together 6 years, and I've met most of her family, so I kind of know where it came from. You know, like the crazy acorn doesn't fall far from the crazy tree, you know what I mean? But no, it's funny because actually it would be my stepmother-in-law, so it's not even blood related, which makes this story even crazier. But we went to Easter one time, and there's like one fucking kid in the family, so he's like super spoiled. And like we're hiding Easter eggs for this one fucking kid, fucking running around like no competition whatsoever. So like the beginning, it's those shitty plastic eggs, you know, you put a couple pieces of candy in it and close it and whatnot. And so we hit 20 of these fucking things. And at the end, he's already like opened them and put them in his fucking treasure bag. And my stepmother-in-law, to be politically correct, is fucking counting all the eggs, and she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's like super perplexed, and I'm like the only one noticing it. And finally, I'm like, hey, fuck's the problem? And she looks at me and she goes, I'm only counting 19 eggs. I know we hit 20. He's got to find one more. It's like, no. I was like, I saw someone fucking eat one of them before we hit them, so 19's right. And she fucking looks at me and goes, why would anyone eat them? They're plastic. And I looked around at everyone else like, really? No one's gonna fucking say anything about that? Like, I don't know what's worse, the fact that that's where she went right away, or she thought I was fucking dumb enough to think someone eating fucking plastic egg and then come to her with that knowledge like that was just gonna fly as something normal that happened. But, so, you know, relationships are tough, you gotta work at them. Obviously, our friends over here, beginning of the show, they're letting their cat run out of the bag right away. Age difference, it can be, you know, like I said, I'm 31, my wife's 27. Doesn't seem like a big difference, and it's not, but, like, is there anybody in here that has a significant other that's at least 5 years separate of their age? Few people, right? So, sometimes, they'll say things to you because your fucking timelines don't fully match up that make you feel fucking old as shit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're the younger one in the relationship, and you need to stop because you're making them feel old as shit. But most of the time it's fine. But one example, I was talking to a buddy of mine once, and he's even a little bit older than me, so that puts my wife at an even bigger disadvantage. We were talking about country music. Are there country music fans in the house tonight? Not a whole lot, a few. But we were talking about, you know, the history of country from, you know, Willie Nelson and where it came from to the super bling cowboy, studded jeans, hip-hop country that's fucking out today, or whatever the hell that shit is. And we were just talking about the, you know, the evolution of it. My wife joins in on the conversation and says, yeah, I like old school country too, like Shania Twain. It's Shania fucking Twain. And it's not her fault that old school to her, that's her age, and that's not her fault, but it would be good if she would go in the other fucking room while the adults have a conversation, because it's getting to be too fucking much. No, I love her. She's amazing. She's a good sport. So who here heard about the show tonight through Facebook? We did a shit ton of promotion on Facebook, but I guess that's the best way to get your, you know, shit out there these days. But, you know, I think Facebook's around to stay. Seems like they've got it all figured out. But Facebook can get really weird. Like I remember you used to have to sign up for emails and shit, you know, to like have advertisements or coupons come to you, and now it's like Facebook has this algorithm that's fucking always watching you. You know, like you could, your buddy Steve could be like, fucking went to Burger King the other day, shitty food, not going back. And like you could be like the 30th comment and be like, yeah, don't go to Burger King much either. An hour later there's a half-page ad on your page. It's like, so what you said to Steve about Burger King, fuck that place. Click here for $5 off your next time to Arby's. Like that shit is way too fucking aggressive for fucking having. I don't like that you know me that well. I did not give you any of my information. But I think the weirdest thing about Facebook is the quizzes that ask you questions you should never want answers to by asking you more questions that don't pertain to the first one. Like you'll be scrolling through and be like, click here to find out what snack food you're most like. And you're like, well, I fucking have to know that, obviously. So you click it and it's like, what's your horoscope sign? Pisces. You hamburger or hot dog? Hamburger. Which of these 4 colors is most pleasing to you? I guess that one's. How often do you cry when you masturbate? What? Calculating. It's like, congratulations, you're French fries. People secretly like you even though you're terrible for their life. And you're like, hey, no, that's probably about right, actually. So, anybody hear us on the radio a couple weeks ago? Yeah! Is the dude that won tickets here. He fucking won tickets and didn't show up. How awesome is that? I guess he's not losing out on anything. That's fucking awesome. But I was telling old Harry on the radio, you know, a lot of times I don't look at or feel it, but in my body, but in my brain, I feel like a big kid. You know, I still like to do a lot of shit kids like to do, you know, like, and I don't feel that weird about that. Like swimming, for example. I don't have a lot of adult friends that are into swimming, but like, I don't know if you guys know this, but the fucking pool has water slides now. Like, when I was a kid, that shit didn't happen, and I want to fucking go down them. So, you know, I want to go to the pool, and I don't have a kid to fucking take with me, so I look like a normal parent that's like, you know, being a good dad, taking his kids swimming. But I fucking show up anyways. But society would have you believe that I don't look like the guy you want swimming with your children. Which is some bullshit, because I don't have long hair and beard because I'm weird with kids. I have long hair and beard because I'm fucking lazy. Because I'm too lazy to fuck with your kids, that's for fucking for sure. I'll tell you that much. But another thing, me and my wife, like, she's like me too. We like to do kid type shit. We're like going to the zoo. We fucking love animals. Like we'll travel 2 hours north to go to the zoo. And it's like, you know, it's always like kids with their parents, or like a school group, or like one fucking dude like me pushing the kids out of the way, trying to get pictures of a shark with his fucking iPhone. Get the fuck out of here. But my favorite animal at the zoo is bears. I fucking love bears. And they have a big ass grizzly bear at the Minnesota Zoo. And it's probably good for a guy like me that I can go to a place and stand in front of a killer animal in front of bulletproof glass where it can't get at me, because the like kid in me still wants to do, has seen those YouTube videos of that movie bear dude who fucking trains those grizzly bears and hangs out with them. And I want to do that. I want to roll around in a field and feed it marshmallows and shit. Be best buddies. But I know that a bear doesn't want to hang out. I know a bear wants to fucking eat. And I would be delicious. Really bad for you, you know, a lot of calories from fat. But I have to imagine I'd just be super tasty for a bear. So that's a good thing to see is around. Anybody having a ladies' night tonight? I see a lot of couples, but anybody get their girlfriends together to have like a ladies' night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Where's the rest of you? Isn't that usually how it goes? Like, we're having a fucking girls' night. It's like there's 6 or 8 of you. And by like the first bar, there's 3. And like, the DD already called in sick. Was like, I'm not joining you ladies. And fucking little Timmy got the fucking flu or something. And there's one girl outside fucking calling her ex-boyfriend who used to beat the shit out of her. And like, another girl's in the bathroom puking because she thought 4 Jägermeisters and a glass of wine and a margarita in 1 hour was a good idea. She can't figure out why she's sick. Like, oh, somebody put something in my drink. Yeah, it's fucking the bartender. It's called booze, you fucking lightweight. But what I love about a good, strong, sturdy group of girlfriends is there's always one girl who's the super tough bitch that like wants to protect the sanctity of girls' night, you know? Like, she's like, I'm not going home with any dudes and neither are you. Or like, she's the girl that when you walk up, like, she's like, stop it, asshole, it's fucking girls' night. And you're like, I just was gonna grab a menu, I'm hungry, I'm sorry, enjoy your girls' night. But one example I have of that is I used to play music in bands and we did a lot of gigs around town. And we played a show once in town and as soon as it was over, it was like fucking dance club night. Like it went from guitars to Pitbull in like 3 seconds. And all of a sudden, these people were showing up to fucking dance and have their fun. And my drunk buddies were still there. So there's a lot of interaction. And every group of friends has that one buddy who, like if you were to make a list of 100 people that are good at hitting on women, he wouldn't even fucking be on it. You know, like he would just be like somewhere not even close. And he's drunk. So we're up at the bar and we're getting a drink and this girl, super nice fucking girl, standing there by herself and he fucking wanders out. Hey, you fucking, you're pretty. I'm fucking pretty. You. And she's like, He's like, I mean, I was fucking your boyfriend because I get your number and fucking. She's like, This fucking super chick comes out of nowhere and shoves him aside and goes, knock it off, motherfucker, she's deaf. And he looks back at me and goes, she's a bitch, I was getting somewhere with her. But, oh man. But like I said, a lot of my material is about my wife, because it's what I do. I talk about what I know, and I fucking hang out at home with my wife a lot. We watch a lot of TV. So I can people talk about their hobbies. What do you guys do? We watch TV. We got our shows. But she's, hope you don't mind me saying this, honey, but she's a very anxious person. She, suspense fucking freaks her out, like big time. And she, you know, like little things like certain things, you know, like we just got done finishing The Walking Dead, and we can't watch that shit after 7 o'clock, because bedtime's around the corner. Shit's pretty fucking heavy duty. But there's this one, she went to school for psychology, so she's into like the fucking human brain, you know, and how it works, and that doesn't freak her out a bit, as fucking crazy as that shit can be. But there's this show that we watch on Saturday mornings, which is like on in marathon form, like it's fucking cartoons, and it's called Criminal Minds. Anybody familiar with that fucking show? Yeah. Well, if you don't know about it, let me fucking explain it to you. Basically, this show is like a group of fucking detectives and investigators, and they're like profiling these fucking dudes' brains and trying to find them before they kill somebody else. And it always starts out like fucking girl jogging like right before sunset, and you know it's about to get either rapey or killy or both, like really quick. And so then like, you know, she gets wiped out, and then fucking they show up the next morning on the crime scene, and the main dude's like, all right, Johnson, what do we got? And he's like, well, sir, apparently the unsub's a 13-year-old male who kidnapped his 3rd grade teacher, kept her in water up to her neck for about 72 hours before plucking her eyeballs out and fucking the sockets. And then took a broken Q-tip and carved "You were never there for me" in her back. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's 9 in the morning, and I turn to my wife and she's like, oh, I get it, like, his mom, he had like fucking abandonment issues with his mom. He looked to this teacher for like guidance, but she didn't get it, she wasn't there. The eyeballs thing I'm not super sure about, but I guarantee you, if his mom's still alive, he's getting that bitch next. But I can't fucking watch Game of Thrones after 8 o'clock. Alright guys, I'm Justin Paulsen, that's my time tonight. I want to thank you guys. Thanks for coming out.